I'm Sasha Kurthoys, and I chose to work on the website for a hobby group I'm involved with. We've had feedback that the website is hard to use, even for people from other branches. The hunch is new people aren't joining the group because they can't find the information they need to come to their first in-person combat meetup. So that was the flow I focused on. To solve this, first I considered the audience and created a persona. Michael is in his 20s. He's comfortable using computers and smartphones, but he won't phone anyone and he will be anxious about walking into a room full of people. I performed an expert review of the site. The readability is at grade 15 rather than the grade 5 recommended for a homepage. There are a number of out-of-date resources linked on the homepage, and there's a lot of jargon language. I then interviewed 4 people on the website. Affinity mapping uncovered some insights, including that some users required contact from a human before they would attend anything in person. I ideated and prioritised. There's a lot of different ways the newcomer user flow could be improved. Some solutions required technical work and others need people to change what they do. My prototype needed to make it easy for a newcomer to contact someone. I decided to try an obvious button and a new flow which identified who to contact, as well as a number of different ways to do that. From the original interviews, I knew that some users required contact from a person, and I considered that a form would help users know what information they needed to include. I wrote up 2 sets of paper prototypes and performed usability testing on 2 users, P1 and P2. They reacted to the prototypes in very different ways. One insight was that neither would click on things they didn't understand. They didn't know what would happen next. Neither of them would click on a button labelled New until they had tried literally everything else, as they weren't sure if that would take them to recent posts on the site or really what it would do. In contrast, both recognised a button labelled Get Involved as a call to action for new members. As I said, I considered the form would help users know what information they needed to include. The user who wanted to be in contact with someone, P1, was delighted. She said she often didn't know what to write in an email to make contact. A new insight from the prototype interviews was that P2 required not contacting a human before they would attend anything. Any flow which required this user to contact someone would fail. This type of user required the website to provide all the information needed to know when and where to go and what to bring, and a clear marker to that information. Successful design will need to allow for both these types of users and not try to force either of them through a flow which doesn't suit them. Following the testing, I built a mid-fidelity prototype which includes the flow for a user who wants contact from a person. This prototype uses the language Get Involved, which performed well in the usability testing and leads to a contact form. My next steps include bringing the person who will be receiving the emailed form from users through the process to ensure it collects everything they need for a good first contact, and testing the content to satisfy a user who needs all the information to be on the website. Thank you.